Hey, hey, hey! It is Oz on Smash Bros. Radio. Hey, good morning to you. What's going on, Birmingham? And everybody else, I appreciate you coming in and staying with me for a while. Hey, if you have not done so, please go like, follow, and subscribe to Smash Bros. Radio. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. We will appreciate it deeply. Also, you can find me, and practically you can find me every damn place. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and also I have trying to get the YouTube channels off and running. So I appreciate you. Smash Bros. Radio is the award-winning only digital radio station found in Birmingham. Sure enough. Hey, and also if you are an independent artist, if you're a manager of an independent artist, hey, get in touch with us. We would like to have you on into the studio to introduce yourself. Also to showcase what you got. That's what we're here for. The owners, the brothers, Ralph and OT, have been in the business for some time. So it's not like Smash Bros. Radio doesn't know what they're doing. We are well equipped, we are well experienced, and we have receipts to show where we come from and where we're going. Hey, keep us in mind. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Well, it's finally here, 2023. The weather is typically Alabama weather. Don't know what the hell we're going to do. Last week it was 16 degrees, -2 wind chill factor. Today it's today it's 70 degrees and it's raining outside, and we may have storms tomorrow. So hey, it's typical Alabama weather. Typical Alabama weather. Bipolar as a mother. Anyway, so also, if you don't mind, like if you have not done so, please download the Smash Bros app. My great nephew Chaos will be having a show from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. weekdays, Monday through Fridays. It's called After Hours with Chaos. His favorite saying is that, what is it? Going to put you to sleep, to bed. Going to put you down. What is it? Going to put you down to sleep? Going to put you out the door. What is it? What the hell are you doing in the streets? And he's going to try to turn some of you out. So it is what it is. Also, make sure if you are a coffee drinker that you check out Alicia's Coffee LLC, as well as Rochelle's Place Coffee Bar, as well as the Bazaar downtown. 3 fantastic places, 3 fantastic individuals, as well as make sure that you check out 1186 Artesian Water. Fantastic water, one of the best here from Alabama. So please make sure that you patronize them, as well as Berries by Crystal. Oh my Jesus, Berries by Crystal. Oh, I get hyper and hot and horny when I hear that. But anyway, we digress. So 2023. 2023. We're blessed that we have survived, and we're going to survive. Because why? Because we're survivors. We're conquerors. We have resilience. We ain't no pussy ass motherfucker. We know. Now, it gets hard. Understand, it gets hard, but we have to go through those hard times so that way we appreciate the other times. Also understand that. We have to go through these hard times. We have to be tested. We have to be challenged so that way we know exactly what's what. And so we've made it. Make sure that you take care of yourselves. This is what we call walking pneumonia weather here in Alabama, because we don't know what the hell to wear. So please make sure that you dress warmly and take care of yourself. So 2023, it's time to step on toes. It's time to set boundaries. It's time to take no prisoners. It's time to speak your truth, stand in your truth. It's time to call people out because it's past time. Tact. That's why I don't believe in tact. I think that it's overly used. And when you use tact, sometimes your meaning uh, is watered down. And with 2023, we have no time anymore for things to be watered down. We have to get it into our psyche that it's time to face things head on, especially here in Birmingham. Birmingham is rich when it comes to history. And it's time that we, what's the word? Uh, we put people on notice. Uh, we want to, uh, people call it stirring the pot, and that's not necessarily so. Some things need to be brought out. Some things need to be understood better. Some things need to be discussed. And yes, feelings are going to be hurt. That's part of the healing process. Staring things as truth, accepting that what you were taught were lies. I don't call it misunderstandings. I don't call it miscommunications. You were lied. The same opinions, the same groups, the same attitudes that were around during the Birmingham campaign, during Fred Shuttlesworth's days, those ideas, those opinions, those groups are still, unfortunately, around today. And people have become too common. People have become too apathetic. People have come to the point to where they feel that everything is kosher and cool, when all in actuality, everything is not kosher and everything is not cool. Things have to be set right for the healing process to start. One way to start is start with yourselves, start with your families. The mental abuse, the verbal abuse that we have gone through has to stop. The family secrets have to be revealed, because to blame or to continue to blame those secrets is not doing anyone any better. So it's time to rectify. It's time to recognize and to acknowledge what excuse me, what has transpired or what has happened in the past. That's why there is so much division, so much chaos, so much confusion in the family, because we have yet to sit down and acknowledge that this individual did something that was questionable. This individual need to be put on notice that we know what you've done. We don't appreciate what you've done. We don't agree with what you've done. It is unacceptable. And it's left up to the family to decide what the consequences of those actions are going to be. Because individual that you have put through hell because you don't want to accept the fact that something has transpired, that individual was violated, it's time for you to put peace in that individual's soul. Because it's common knowledge in the family that what transpired, that individual did to other individuals. That's why the individuals are messed up, and that's why the individuals cannot have the relationships that they rightfully deserve, because you are punishing, you are imprisoning, you are, You are shaming the individual for something that they had no control over. Yet the individuals that should be imprisoned, should be dealt with, you have allowed to go free because you're ashamed of what transpired. It's 2020. It's time to look at things as they are. It's time to look at ourselves as we are. In the raw, naked, fairly naked, accepting what we have done, accepting what we have not done. And see, that's when it comes to Birmingham, Birmingham has a lot of healing that it has to do. There's a Band-Aid over, and people are scared to rip that bandage off so that way the healing process can begin, because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But feelings were hurt. Friendships were destroyed. Families were torn apart. And it's time for Birmingham to accept that y'all messed up in some areas, especially when it came to the campaign. Because I still say that Reverend Shuttlesworth still hasn't been given the recognition that he fairly deserves. There have been individuals that have not been acknowledged. There have been individuals that some type of restitution should be given to them. No, it's not. No, it's not per se Birmingham's responsibility, but it's the humanity of it all. That's the thing. No, it's not Birmingham's responsibility. It's a show. It should be, I hate the word token, but it should be a gift of love, a gift of understanding, a gift of resolution that we cannot even imagine the pain that you have gone through, that you are going through. And we hope that this small token, this small gift will give you some type of peace. Because see, when it came to the bombing, there were other events and other tragedies that were simultaneously going on. We didn't hear about the teenagers that were on the bikes that were attacked. So see, Birmingham is drenched in shame. And it's not right. It's not right. The foot soldiers should be given more recognition and acknowledgement, because they gave up a lot. They went through a lot. Now, I can't say what I would have done if I were back then, especially if I was working for the mutants. And I understand that when you're working for the mutants and all, and your family security, your financial responsibility is connected to that mutant. But in all actuality, you gave credence. You accepted. You were an accomplice to what transpired. Your family were accomplices with what transpired, because you were too coward, too chicken to stand up to what was correct and what is right and what is proper. People do not know of the background history when it comes to the Civil Rights Institute. People do not know the discussions that were going on behind closed doors. People do not understand, do not know of the anger that were going on, the misunderstandings that were going on, because when it was initially being developed, when it was initially being created, they didn't want to step on toes. They did not want to what's the word? They didn't want to offend anybody because it was too political. We come to a point in our history, when we come to a point in our lives to where you have to be political. You have to. And if it hurts people's feelings, that's not our problem. You were wrong, and I'm going to correct you now. History has to be taught in its pure state. They were bad on both sides. There were questionable activities on both sides. And as I have stated many times before, there is only one race, which is the human race. There is only one race, which is the human race. There's only one race, which is a human race. And you need to say it again. There is only one race, and that is the human race. And under that umbrella of the human race, you have different groups, like a family. It's one big family. And as humans, we have everything that is connected to being a human. We have the same organs, the same body, the same everything. We have the same experiences. We are humans. The only thing that separates the humans from each other is our experiences, our environments, our social economic levels. Poor people are going to act like poor people, middle class, so forth, upper middle class, so forth, rich, so forth. We're still humans. And our experiences, those things that we have gone through, are either going to enhance or it's going to deteriorate us. But it's left up to us to, in 2023, to stand in our truth. Stand on our two legs, 10 toes down. We can't control other people's emotions or other people's feelings. That's not our responsibility. And I'm not going to accept that responsibility. I'm not going to do it. Because of us hiding the truths, we are debilitating the next generation. It's time for the Civil Rights Institute to be fully funded so that way it won't be concerned or scared about offending a group because that group does not want the truth to be told. And that came out when Dr. Angela Davis was awarded the Fred Shuttlesworth Freedom Award. How dare a certain group think that you can dictate what we can do and what we can't do, who we can celebrate, who we can't celebrate? How dare you? You always want to play the victim when all in actuality, you aren't the victim. You are the perpetrator. You are liars. And you're living in lies. You are embedded in lies. (2023). What is it going to be? And just because someone speaks out against a group does not mean they're anti-anything. I'm universal. I don't like humans technically, really, in all actuality. So if you are a human, there's a possibility, there's a 98% chance that I really don't like you, and the only thing that you can really do for me is to die and go to hell. That includes the humans. That's inclusive. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what group you are. I just don't like you. I don't care if my doors are unlocked and I see a nun crossing the street, or I think coming close to the car, I lock my doors. I don't care if he's a pope. I'm going to lock my doors. I don't care if it's a little girl. I'm going to lock my doors. Because these days you can't trust everybody. Because everybody does not have a pure soul, pure spirit, or a pure anything about them. And once we start calling these people out, once we start telling that this is unacceptable and I am not going to accept it, doesn't matter who they are. If they're in the family, if they're friends, if they're close associates, if they're co-workers, if they're colleagues, you call them out. And there's a way of calling people out without being rude and disrespectful. I'm 62 years old, 63 on the 29th of January. I don't care about being rude or disrespectful. I really don't. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of these masks. I'm tired of these facades. I'm tired of these pathetic, incomplete attitudes. I do not care about the boule. I do not care about the bougies. I don't care about the wannabes. But here in Birmingham, we are interconnected. We are interlocked. We are tapestry. The threads are connected and woven together so that way we float in and out of each group. We can't help it. Then all these little bougie attitudes and all, you don't want me. You don't want me. You don't. I'm telling you. You can call it arrogant. You can call us stupid. You can call it pompous. You can call it whatever you deemed you wish. I don't come for me. Because see, I have no problem in basically reminding you of your family history. And everyone in Birmingham knows your family history. They're just proper and correct. They just don't want to call you out. I have no problem calling you out if it brings a positive change to Birmingham. I'm pro Birmingham. Whatever is positive, whatever is correct for Birmingham's growth and prosperity, I'm for Birmingham. City Hall needs to be cleaned up. We need to quit voting individuals on because of popularity. We need to start voting individuals who are qualified, who have the receipts, that know exactly how to push, how to propel Birmingham into its rightful space, rightful place. We have to put these mutants over the mountain in their place and stop allowing them to dictate what we do here in Birmingham. So 2023, what is it going to be? There is some progress going on, but not enough. And let me digress for a moment. I still want to find out what happened to the money that was supposed to be going for the shelters for the homeless during the World Games. Was that money ever accounted for? Were the materials ever accounted for? Where's the money? Where's the materials? Who pocketed it? Where's the money? Where is the money? See, we like to sweep things under the carpet and pray and hope. And 9 times out of 10, we don't respond and we don't ask questions. We don't want to know the answers. That's why the communities are messed up. You want correction, but you don't want the answers. You don't want the picture, the actual picture. You don't want transparency, but you ask for transparency because you're scared of transparency. You're scared of what it's going to produce. It's time. Birmingham claims to be a big city, and it is, but it's a small town because every family is connected to everyone directly or indirectly. I didn't know how many my folks were connected to everybody. I wouldn't be surprised at half the talk, what some of the things are being said throughout the groups. Well, there's Humes again. Don't matter. I don't give a happy God. Speak. I must be doing something right because I'm always in your thoughts. I'm always in your mouth. I'm always in your whatever. And I accept all of it. I accept myself in a true, raw, naked form. Oh, yeah, I'm obnoxious. I'm pompous. I'm childish. I'm rude. I'm disrespectful. I'm all that. I'm over every adjective that you can think of. But likewise, all my negatives, I have two positives to combat that one negative. I love from the heart. I give from the heart. I'm your ride or die. I got your back. 10 toes down. I got you. And I will defend you even if I have to give up my life. Now, words may not be proper, may not be politically correct. I may be bodacious, but I love from the heart. And I do anything for those that I care about. Can't say anything else. It's time. It's time. There's no reason why Birmingham is in the predicament that it's in. There's no reason why you do not have the internet, the broadband that should be used, that should be utilized for the huge corporations or businesses. There is no reason why Jefferson County should not have internet capabilities throughout the county. The people would rather have the sports team, and you already have a sports team that's been here for over 5 years, and you don't support it. You don't support it. Been here. People never talk about it, and I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why. But it's been here. And it needs the recognition that it rightfully deserves. HBCU Basketball Association. Been here. That money should go to them. But you would rather spend your money on frivolous things instead of actually doing what is properly right. There is no substance. That's why there's a possibility, too, that all these things are going on. There's no reason why we cannot have the infrastructure that is required for a city of our size. And the reason why we can't is because we have those individuals over the mountain still trying to dictate, and we are allowing those individuals to dictate. And as I have stated, and I have not mentioned anytime soon, You have the projects out there that would generate the revenue to finance, to generate the revenue that is required, that is needed for a city of our size. You can start out cheaply. You can enhance the swimming pool over at the Sportsplex, renovate it so that is Olympic standard, advertise, market it to the ability so that way you have people from all over the world coming to Birmingham to train. That's just like the Robert Trent Jones golf courses. When the retirement systems of Alabama started it, there was a lot of naysayers that ain't gonna work. People, that generates buku money because it was marketed and it was advertised properly. And so now you have people throughout the United States as well overseas that comes to play on the golf course. So see, if it's marketed appropriately, if it is advertised appropriately in the proper spaces, in the proper places, money's going to come because of the quality. Because of the quality. So if you would enhance the swimming pool, make it Olympic standard, better yet, make it above Olympic standard, whatever the standards for Olympics is, exceed it. Bring in the proper individuals, improve the equipment, improve the materials, and people will come. That money generated from the utilization of the Sportsplex, along with the other activities that are located out there, is going to generate enough of revenue so that way Birmingham City and Jefferson County is taken care of. And if it is marketed and advertised properly, it will pay for itself conservatively in 7 years. Because you're investing. Facilities are needed. And the West Side will have the money that is needed instead of certain areas of Birmingham being focused on. So start out small. Improve the swimming pool over at the Sportsplex. Make it Olympic standard, Olympic quality. Market it, advertise it in the proper places, in the proper periodicals, and people will come. But you're going to have to put money in because, see, you foolishly have allowed that place to go to trash, to go to hell, because most of the equipment doesn't work and most of the personnel out there are lazy as hell and shouldn't be out there anymore. Now, you do have individuals out there that are doing the best that they can with what little that you have given them or what you have afforded to them. 2023, what is it going to be? 2023, what is it going to be? So if you start small, start with a swimming pool. And then in the third year of its operations, start with the monorail system from Birmingham to Atlanta. Locate those individuals, those investors who want to expand on the monorail and make it go from Birmingham to Atlanta and then Birmingham to Texas. Do you understand the money, the revenue that would be generated from that? That in itself would generate the entire, most of Alabama, and especially all of Alabama, because that rail system is going to have to go through counties, and those counties are going to have towns that are going to be affected by that rail system, and it's going to affect them. It's going to affect them expansively, multiply, because it's going to bring in jobs. is going to generate revenue that you can put into the school system, that you can put into your social services, that you can put into after school care. You can concentrate on community centers. You can concentrate on elder centers. You can take care of the vets from the revenue that is generated from the monorail system. And in most cases, if the funding is handled, if the revenue is handled properly and correctly, you can generate enough of money so that the students of Alabama, the younger generation, can go to school free. And then one sore topic is you have too many colleges and universities in Alabama, especially with the size of its population. We should not have the number of universities and colleges that we have. We don't have the population to sustain them. But yet we have them because of traditions. But you have too many, especially public. Now, I can understand Alabama State, Alabama A&M. I can understand the University of Alabama. I can understand Auburn University. I can understand University of Alabama in Huntsville, University of South Alabama. I can understand those individuals. I don't know about Livingston or what is it, University of West Alabama. I don't understand it. I can understand Troy University. But the others I don't understand. And I'm only talking about public. I'm not talking about private. And coming to private and all, I don't understand, and I don't understand the audacity of Birmingham Southern thinking that it's the responsibility of Jefferson County to help them with their finances. Aren't you supposed to be under the auspices of the United Methodist Church? Did not the Board of Trustees understand the financial difficulties or challenges that were coming up? It is not Jefferson County's responsibility to help Birmingham Southern out. If it has to fold, let it fold. Y'all didn't try to help Miles College when it was going through difficulties. Miles College came up on themselves. They put on their pants. They knew exactly what to do, and they did it. Same way with Birmingham Southern. You have prominent alumni. You have that damn fool in Congress that graduated from Birmingham Southern. Adderholt. His folks are rich up in Hamilton. Hell, let him give some damn scholarship. Some funding to be at Birmingham Southern. He doesn't do anything. Has never done anything. Ain't never worked a job in his life. And the only reason why he's in Congress is because of his granddaddy's reputation. Big Daddy, who was a judge in Marion County. I know this because my grandmother dated Big Daddy. Adderholt hasn't worked a day in his life. He graduated barely. He passed the bar barely. And then went straight to Congress. He hasn't worked a day. He hasn't worked a job. Not a job. So for Birmingham Southern to have the audacity to say that they need help, all right, take your ass to United Methodist Church and get the money from them. Or why wasn't the Board of Trustees doing what the Board of Trustees was supposed to? You knew the financial difficulties, complexities that were coming up. Why didn't you try to do something then? And again, you didn't try to help Miles out. 2023, what is it going to be? It's time to stop being politically correct. It's time to stop being nice. Because some of these folks are taking your niceness as weaknesses. I do not want my tax dollars going to Birmingham Southern. I'm not even affiliated with the United Methodist. So you have too many universities, too many colleges in Alabama, especially when it comes to its population. Some of the universities and colleges need to be done away with. And then for those who are overly righteous or whatever, fake ass hypocrite, then that way you don't have to have a lottery because you have the money you have the revenue that is being generated from the monorail system and from the Olympic pool. You won't have to have gambling, and there's nothing wrong with gambling. And for you to have the audacity to try to be religious and upright and whatever Christian, well, then why do you have children that are still being hungry? Why are the vets not being taken care of? Why are the elderly not being taken care of? Where are the social services? Where are the systems, the programs that are required to take care of the veterans, to take care of the elderly, to take care of the children? So don't come up here trying to be self-righteous when you yourselves are not even living the principles that you want everybody else to live in. Because you're not Christians. So what you going to do? There's enough old money in Birmingham that can start the process of creating programs that is going to generate enough of revenue to help everybody in Birmingham. You could have enough of revenue coming to Birmingham, to Jefferson County, that the minimum wage could be increased. And everybody's saying, well, listen, there's no reason in 2023 that parents have to work 3 jobs to make ends meet. And it is a myth that if you raise the minimum wage that people, it's a myth. Then there's no reason why there cannot be any type of educational assistance for those who want it to go back in to learn a trade, to learn whatever, to better themselves. And while they're going through this process, while they're going through this training and all, that the kids are being taken care of. No reason. So you have the Olympic pool that would generate money for Birmingham. Most of the money, 98% of the money, will go to Birmingham. The other would go to the county. The monorail system will go to Birmingham and the county. And while I'm thinking about that, the Jefferson, the Civic Center, that board needs to be revamped, needs to be cleaned out. Because how come the revenue from the Civic Center isn't being given to Birmingham City? The board needs to be wiped out. It needs to be cleaned. And 9 times out of 10, most of those individuals that's on the board live over the mountain. They don't care about Birmingham, never have cared about Birmingham, or not going to care about Birmingham. 10 toes down. 2023, what is it going to be? You should focus on those places, those events, those activities that are going to benefit Birmingham. There's no reason why we cannot bring back community centers. Community centers were vital nucleuses when it came to the neighborhoods. Parents were assured and were less scared when their kids went to the community center because they knew that the community center was going to provide their kids. And also during the community center was utilized also as a place to go, as well as the kids were fed during the summertime. You have the old guard that feels useless because you don't give them a chance to come back and be vital when it comes to teaching the younger generation. There are a lot of the old guard that wish they had a place to go so that way they can still feel welcomed, still feel needed. And you can see that when you go to the nursing home. They feel like they have no value, they have no worth. But when you take the younger generation, when you take the babies and all, you should see those elders brighten up, become alive because of being around those babies. You should see the babies being energized to be around someone that is a representative of their grandparents, or if they do not have a grandparent, that would serve in the capacity as a grandparent. Because it's a give and take. 10 toes down. 2023, what is it going to be? So it's time to change our way of thinking, to change the processes. And it can be done. And yes, it's going to be scary because we just scared ass folks. There are a lot of individuals in Birmingham that have the receipts, that have the experiences to improve Birmingham. But they don't want to rock the boat. They don't want to cause problems. They don't want any trouble. Well, it's time for trouble. It's time to rock the boat. It's time to make waves. It's time to put these people in their places, say what you're doing is unacceptable and it's not going to be accepted anymore. So either get your ass in line or get your ass out. Doesn't matter with me. Don't care about your family being here. Don't care about if it's nepotism. Your great granddaddy didn't do shit. Your granddaddy didn't do shit. You ain't doing shit. You weren't participants. You were bystanders. You were just at the right place at the right time. Call them out. Your family are lies. The legacy that you thought that you were under are lies. They're lies. Because your granddaddy, your great-granddaddy, the majority of your family were bystanders when it came to the campaign. You weren't participants. You weren't participants. I don't care about causing waves. If it benefits Birmingham, cause waves. I think that the manuscript that Mrs. Shuttlesworth has, I think it should be somebody should write it, publish it, and scare the hell out of Birmingham. Rock it. It's time. 10 toes down. 2023, what is it going to be? Call them out. Put the mirror in front of them. Look at it. Look at it. It's time. It's time for Birmingham to be what it should be, what it can be, what it will be. Get these people that's in office that would rather do videos, these stupid ass videos and all, that's trying to be a celebrity instead of trying to be an administrator. Get them out. I don't care about your little stupid videos. I think they're childish. I don't care about you dancing and shit. Everybody knows she's not your girlfriend. Let's be serious. It's time. It's past time. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I hope that I have made some of you mad, because I really don't care. But at least that if you're mad, that means that you listened. And if you're talking about me, I must be doing something right because I'm in your thoughts. But I didn't know. I really didn't know how connected or interconnected or how woven individuals were. Don't want tickles the hell out of me. I'm tired. I'm kind of flattered to tell you the truth. I guess. I guess that vanity is coming in at 62. But anyway, hey, I appreciate you. I hope that I have given you things to think about. I hope that that you become and you get what you wish, what you hope for. Again, if you have not done so, please go like, share, follow, subscribe to Smash Bros Radio on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. You can find Oz on all media, social medias. I'm on TikTok, Oz1960. I'm on Instagram, Oz_show. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube as Oz. Capital O, capital Z, lowercase c. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you tremendously. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you can be anything that you want. Stop listening to these naysayers. Claim it, accept it, dream it, speak it into existence. And know, most importantly, that I love you more than I love my luggage. I will see you Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Y'all take care. Love you. The live stream on the show. On the live stream. On the show. The live stream. The live stream on the show.